Alright, so this is the third time that I'm recording this. I'm such a silly young man. Anyway, so this is for Yanni. This is a video for his scales to prepare him for audition. So if you're watching this, you can use this to follow along, just have it be a guided experience as you're at the piano. And so we're going to go around the circle of fifths. We're going to start on C major, and we're just going to go around F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and so on. So, and we'll go along those processes if this is completely new to you. So just double check that we're recording. Okay, great. So now we're going to start off with our C scale. We're going to block it out in our right hand. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 on F, G, A, B. And then if we were doing a second octave, we'd go thumb under 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and we can go back down. Great. Now let's do the whole scale. Ready, go. Hand separate. Right hand. Thumb under. We have our 4, and then 4. And I'm calling out the 4 fingers because the 4 only happens generally one time in each scale. So now our left hand we're going to go through, and so I'm going to move it down here, and it's a little bit different. It's the opposite of the right hand pattern. So we start off with our pinky, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then the third finger on A, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then C. So let's do that 1 octave scale. Third finger crossover. And all white notes, not so bad. Let's do that both hands together. And so, depending on where you're sitting at the piano, doing scales 1 octave apart in the middle of the piano can be a little bit uncomfortable, so make sure you're kind of leaning, giving your arm some room to work its magic. Or if you need to do 2 octaves apart in your hands, that's more than okay. So great. So now we're going to start off in our C major scale. Both hands. 1, nice and slow, aiming for that note accuracy. 1, 2, ready, go. Right hand thumb under. Left hand thumb under. Right hand crosses over. Great. Now we're going to move down a fifth. We're working down the circle of fifths. So here's our C, down a fifth. 7 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. So now we're on our F. Now we're going into the flat side of the circle of fifths, and so we can build our scale. Whole step, half step, then whole step, half step. So our first flat is our B flat, and we name it as such because we want to have every single letter represented in the scale. There's an F, there's a G, there's an A, there's a B, but it's a B flat, C, D, E, F. So now we're going to block, and this is my least favorite key to play in for some reason. I just don't like the fingering very much, but here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go back down. So it's the same thing in the right hand. So let's do it up and down, right hand. Ready, go. Thumb under on C. 4 finger. Now the left hand is related to the C major scale in the left hand though. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we have 1, 2, 3. And if we kept going, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rocking up. Let's do that together. Ready, go. F, G, A, B flat, C, crossover. F, E, D, thumb under, B flat, A, G, F. Great. So now we're going to do both hands again. Remember, finding that B flat, trying to remain as consistent as possible with the fingerings. That way you're learning it one way, and that way you're ingraining some muscle memory. So we start on our bottom fingers. 1, 2, ready, go. Right hand thumb under. Left hand thumb under. Right hand forefinger. Again, the forefinger only happens one time in each scale. In the B flat and the F key, it's the right hand is on B flat, and it kind of goes on F at the top, but we're not counting that because it's just an exception. And just double checking that we're still recording. Great. Overly paranoid about that. So now we've gone through F. Now let's go to B flat. Down 7 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're at B flat. And so we keep around our B flat. We go up a whole step, up a whole step, up a half step, up a whole step, up a whole step, up a whole step, and then up a half step. So our new flat key is that E flat. We kept around our B flat from our key of F, and we're just going to be adding in flats. All the keys are related to each other. It's not like we're adding flats in any random fashion. So I really want you to see how we start off at C major, all white keys, then we go to F with 1 black note, then B flat with 2 black notes, and then real quick I'm just going to do it just so you can see. E flat is 3 black notes, and then A flat is 4 black notes. Okay. And then this is A flat too. So we're slowly adding them in, and I just want you to see that. Great. So now we're on our B flat. And now the black keys are a little strange. We're not going to start with our thumb. We're just going to start off with our third finger. And this is because our middle fingers, our 2, 3, 4, are long fingers, so it makes more sense that they're being placed on keys that are further away from us compared to our shorter fingers. And that way we don't have to curl our fingers, and it just makes sense. So we start off with our middle finger on the B flat, and we're still doing blocked, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back down. 1, 2, 3, and then middle or 2, depending on where you want to start. It's not that big of a deal, and we're going to go up. I'm going to use my second finger. 1, 2, ready, go. Thumb under, and 4. Thumb, third finger. Now left hand. So again, now this is where all the fingerings are going to start matching up. So here's our 3, 2, 1, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. So there's our 4 on that E flat. So you should be practicing those blocked so you can see that shape, and then it's just a matter of, and then you have the scale. But we're just going to do 1 octave nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, crossover with that 2, thumb back under. 4, thumb under. Let's do both hands. So starting on that 2 finger right hand, middle finger in the left hand. 1, 2, ready, go. Right hand thumb under. Left hand forefinger. Right hand forefinger, thumb, left hand. Great, so now we're at B flat, Let's go down 7 semitones. Hopefully you can guess the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we are on the key of E flat. So remember, we already had our B flat. Then we go up a fourth from that is our A flat, and that's our other flat. And then the rest are white notes. Now we're going to start having related keys again. Right hand, middle finger on E flat, nothing new. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle finger. So let's do that together. 1, 2, ready, go. I got caught. Let's do that again. 1, 2, ready, go. E flat, F, G, A flat, thumb under, 4 finger, middle. Great. So now left hand. We're going to do similar pattern as the B flat start, except we're just going to move it to E flat. 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and then cross over with that middle. And then, so just do the blocked with me. 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, middle on top, and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So now we're going to walk up. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, thumb under. Great. Now we're going to do both hands. Now both are starting on our middle fingers. How convenient, but right hand's going to cross under right away. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, right hand 4, left hand thumb under. Great. So now we're at E flat. We're going to go down 7 semitones. Next one. So we had 3 flats, so we should have 4 flats in this next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. Here's our A flat. We had a B flat, we had an E flat, and then a fourth up from here is our D flat. Kind of sounds like Star Wars. So we have those notes in our 4 flats. Now we're going to start off with our right hand's going to be 2, 3. So that it's almost like our 3 fingers are over these 3 black notes, except we're just starting on those 2. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So. So let's do that together. 1, 2, ready, go. Middle, thumb, thumb, middle, middle, and end on middle. And right hand, similar pattern to the E flat. We're doing 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then middle on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So let's do that together. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, middle, 4. Great. So now we're going to do both hands. Middle fingers to start. 1, 2, ready, go. Right hand thumb, left hand 4 finger. Left hand 4 finger. So there's our A flat. Great. Now let's go down 7 semitones. Next fifth. We had 4 flats on that one. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. They're all in that order. And we have G. So down 7 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's our D flat scale. So now we should have 5. So we had our B flat from the very beginning, then E flat, and then A flat, and then D flat, and then a fourth up from D flat is our new flat, G flat, which will be our next key, by the way. And then, so we already have an E flat. The only keys that we don't have are an F and a C. This is called the Poet's Key, Chopin's favorite to write in a lot of his waltzes, and I find it very comfortable to play in. So again, this is our bunny ear, so we start on our 2-3, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, and then back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Let's do that together all the way up and all the way down. 1, 2, ready, go. Thumb under. Thumb under again. Now 4. Great. Now left hand similar to all the ones that we've just been doing. The E flat, the A flat, and we're doing the same thing. Here's the bunny ears again, and then our thumb just happens to be on that F. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, cross over to your 3 or your 2, depending on if you're still going up more, or if you're coming back down, you can just do the 2. And let's come back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So let's do that all together. 1, 2, ready, go. Crossover, back down. 4-finger, thumb under. Now both hands, starting. You got your bunny ears ready to go. 1, 2, ready, go. Thumbs, left hand 4, right hand 4, right hand 4, left hand 4. Talking about my finger numbers, the ring fingers again. Okay, so now we're at G flat. We're gonna do this one, and then we're gonna go around to the other side of the circle of fifths, the sharps, because it'll make more sense adding that way. But so we start on our G flat, we had a B flat, we had an E flat, we had an A flat, we had a D flat, and then we had our G flat. And then a fourth above that, above our G flat, it's actually a B, but we call it a C flat because we already have a B flat, so we need to have some kind of C, so we call this a C flat. And then here's our F. Alright, so it's 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Great. So now let's do that all together. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, thumb, and on the way down. Thumb, 4, left hand, similar fingering. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, and then cross over with that 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our C flat again. C flat. On the way up. 1, 2, ready, go. 3. Thumb. And there's our 4-finger right there. Great. So now we have. So now I said we're gonna go back to our C major, and we're gonna meet at the G flat because it's a circle. We went around halfway. Now we're gonna go back and go around the other half. So here's our C, and now what we're gonna do is we are going to go up 7 semitones. So this is the sharp side. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's our G. That's our new key, and we're gonna go up whole step, half step, whole step, half step, or whole step, and then half step. We should have our F sharp. So whole step, half step, whole step, half step. There's our G or our F sharp. And it's now all the sharp keys are going to have similar fingerings. Since we're starting on white notes, we're generally going to start with our thumb, which is nice. There's a little bit of an exception in the left hand, which I'll make mention of. And we have 1, 2, 3. It's similar to C actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then G, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. So let's do that together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, thumb. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Left hand, similar to C actually as well. 5 finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That was a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 1, 2, ready, go. Third finger crosses over, and F sharp, thumb, 4. So our left hand, our 4 is the A. We'll be looking for that. Both hands together. If you're not available to do both hands together at the speed that I'm doing, still do one hand and just rewind over and over again. Just get some repetition under your belt at a slow tempo. 1, 2, ready, go. Right hand thumb under. Right hand 4, F sharp. Left hand thumb. Left hand 4. Great. Now again, up another fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had our F sharp from our last key, and then the sharp always happens in the sharp side right before the tonic. So when we hit D again, it's just a half step before. So there's our C sharp, and then everything else is the same. Our 2 sharp keys for D. So similar fingering to C and G. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So let's do it as a scale. 1, 2, ready, go. Thumb. 4, 4. Now left hand, also very similar. I find these fingerings to be kind of easy, just because you only have to learn them for one key and then you know them for all. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then back down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So starting from the bottom, 1, 2, ready, go. There's our 4. Now both hands, ready, go. D, up 7 semitones. Great. Still checking in. We're still rolling, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we take our first sharp, which was F sharp. We took our second sharp, which is C sharp. We find our A, which is the bottom note and the top note. Then we go back 1 half step. And there's our G sharp, and everything else is natural. So we have, that's our 3 sharps, and it's spelled out on the key signature on the page. It would be F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, from left to right. So again, similar fingering. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Great. Now left hand. Similar fingering. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do the right hand. I don't think we did it as a scale. So let's just do the right hand real quick. 1, 2, ready, go. Thumb under. 4, 4. Thumb under. Left hand now. Again, let's just do the blocked real quick. 1, 2, 3, and then back down. 1, starting from the beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, thumb under. 4. Now both hands together. 1, 2, nice and slow. C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A. Great. Let's go up another fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's our E. I'm going to bring it back down here. We started out with an F sharp, then we went to C sharp, then we went to G sharp. We find our next sharp key, or our next sharp note, find our E again, and then just back a half step. So it's our D sharp, and then we have A and B as naturals. So similar fingering, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, E, and pinky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's do that together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, thumb under. 4, 4, 3. Now left hand also very similar. Pinky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, back down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pinky. So let's do that together. 1, 2, just left hand. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, D sharp, C sharp, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E. That's a low note for me to sing. Now we're going to do hands together, nice and slow, controlled. 1, 2, ready, go. Right hand thumb. Left hand thumb. Left hand 4 on that F sharp, the second note. Great. Up another fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's replace our sharps that we had. So we had F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp. Find our next sharp note. We should have 5 sharps. And we have B, and then we have that A sharp right next to it. So all the black notes, and then we just need that E natural. Similar fingering in the right hand, which is nice. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's starting to look like our G flat major, which we did right before switching in our circle of fifths. All the black notes, it's starting to look like that in the same similar fingering patterns. And then pinky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So going together, we have 1, 2, ready, go. Thumb, thumb again, all the black notes possible. 4, right hand, thumb. Now, the left hand is a little strange, where we do our 4 fingers starting, because it's a little bit strange to, it's just a weird position. So we start out on our 4 finger, then we have our bunny ears already on those C sharp and D sharp, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back down, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do that together. 1, 2, ready, go. B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, A sharp, G sharp, F sharp, E, D sharp, C sharp, B. Now, we're going to start together now. 1, 2, ready, go. Right hand 4, left hand 4. And that's a little trick at the end, but anyway. So if we go up one more fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we're at F sharp major, which is also G flat. So we kind of met in the middle. So surprise, that was our last key that we're doing. So the important thing is to do accurate fingerings, be as accurate with your notes as possible, and then once you start to feel really comfortable with seeing all the shapes the topography of the keyboard, then you can ramp up speed of the scales. But for now, really do those blocked shapes, see those patterns, and then you can break them apart. And that'll be really helpful for your success in learning all 12 major scales. It'll greatly help you understand circle of fifths and key signatures, just to know where they're coming from, how they're all interrelated with each other. So keep replaying this video if you need, just so you can get them under your fingers. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Happy practicing.